It has been a beautiful day in this neighborhood, and it's led to a beautiful night. It's perfect soccer weather here tonight as CB East ventures into Mr. Rittenhouse's neighborhood, formerly known as North Penn High School Crawford Stadium. Tonight, Coach Rittenhouse's 8-1-1 Knights go against the 6-4 CB East in a Suburban 1 Twilight Showdown. I'm Asher Laverty, and I'm here with my partner, Brian Clementes, who has tonight's starting lineups.
All right, Asher, the North Penn starting lineups here tonight. Scott McDonald, number 4, a senior defender. Brian Harvey, number 5, senior striker. Mike Krebs, number 7, a senior defender. Jeremy Fleming, number 8, a senior midfielder. Jeff Kleingunther, number 10, senior striker. Number 11, Eric Lapotin is a senior, and he's the defender. Number 15, Chris Delp, senior, playing the striker position. Anthony Santiago, number 17, is also senior, playing the defender position. John Thomas, number 18, senior midfielder. And Andy Gottschall, a junior midfielder. And starting in Golden Knight is Chris Johnson. And now there's tonight's lineups for the CB East Patriots. Number 11, Andrew Bergman is starting at midfield. Juan Corona, number 8, starting at midfield. Number 10, Andrew Gerlach, starting at midfield. Number 7, Douglas Lorber is also starting at midfield. Number 4, Mark Maddern is a defender. Number 9, Brian Metler, defender. Number 3, Scott Rawes is the captain, and he's starting at forward. Number 26, John Schulman starting at defender. Number 23, Christopher Walton starting at defender. And the starting goalkeeper for CB East, Joseph Warr. And the last forward is Brent Winters. We'll be back for the first kickoff of this first quarter right after this.
People without safety belts survive even a 30-mile-an-hour crash in one piece?
About half?
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
Come on, Vince. Head coach wants to see you.
Most beautiful place on earth, North Penn High School Crawford Stadium, where the Knights have just taken the field and they're ready to face the Patriots from CB East.
It looks like North Penn will have the tap off in this first quarter with Brian Harvey and Jeremy Fleming taking it.
We're expecting a great night of soccer here as the Knights are 8-1-1, looking to improve their record in their division, and they immediately take control.
And the dark blue jerseys will be
Knights get the throw in.
by North Penn right now, and the kickoff, of course, sponsored by Middle Bucks Institute of Technology.
Shot on goal already.
Wide.
Missed.
Knights already putting the pressure on East. The Knights' big advantage this season has been speed. They have many speedsters such as Jeff Kleingunther, Brian Harvey, Scott McDonald, Mike Krebs. They're all over the place. The Knights have lots of speed, and that is what they're going to try and use to power past the Patriots of CB East and get to the goal.
Ball on this near side. Scott McDonald playing. Passes off the
Delp there. Oh, excuse me, that's Poten.
Off the sideline here with Chris Kleingunther called off sides just by a step.
Jeff Kleingunther.
Jeff Kleingunther.
His brother was Chris Kleingunther, who did play soccer. So it is a family affair. East takes the free kick.
Jeremy Fleming trying to pass it up. Gets it up to Brian Harvey. Kleingunther steps into the mess there.
He was stuck in a CB East sandwich.
Out of the far side.
Krebs tries to control there.
Pass down the sideline. Anthony Santiago boots it back out. Over the far touchline by North Penn. Throw in CB East. Nice step in there.
Aggressive play there.
Jeremy Fleming trying to give it up. Goes over this near touchline. CB East throwing again. Long throwing over Andy Gottschall's head. Scott McDonald let the ball just roll out. North Penn throw.
McDonald to take the throw in here.
Nice
Showing
long
his
throw.
powerful arms. Gets it about from the 20 to the 40-yard line.
Off Andy Gottschall's head and over the near touch line. Throwing CB East. Nice head there by Andy Gottschall, keeping the ball in play. Good change of pace, nice step in there. Scott McDonald, good defensive move there to get the ball over this near touch line.
East showing some good ball handling there.
Very solid lately for North Penn. That's one of the keys to their success early on this season. Charles Johnson really hasn't had to face
Long throwing
many shots in goal.
into the box, headed over. Nice head ball, picked up by Chris Johnson. Falls down off the punt, but gets it out past the 40.
Bad play there as number 4, Scott McDonald, takes a little bit of a fall.
The field a little muddy tonight from the past Saturday's rain. So if you see players slipping a lot, wet field.
The field, though, is not in the greatest of shape. Of course, this field is used for a lot of different events.
Nice head ball picked up by Chris Johnson off the throw in there.
Right into the hands of the North Penn keeper.
A lot of different events. Of course, Lansdale Catholic and North
There is Johnston's foot. Out almost to midfield.
well. So we'll see how much of it
Ball try. North Penn tried to save that ball over there, but gave it up to East.
Rained over the weekend, and both LC and North Penn had football games that chewed it up quite a bit. By the end of the year, this field was really chewed up. Last year was terrible because it was such a dry summer.
McDonald and opponent playing aggressively, but not getting much of the ball, though.
Ball crossed in the box, picked up by the keeper, Chris Johnson. Looking to punt it out for the Knights.
First game of the year, the ground was completely brown. These are some grass that we've got to work very well.
Delp there fights for it.
Throw in North Penn into Brian Harvey. Chips it into the box, cleared out by East. Harvey tries to step in on the player.
Whistle there.
Foul call on North Penn pushing in behind.
Putting turf down, I don't think you're going to see that. That's just too dangerous for the kids.
North Penn defense controls there. Good job of clearing the ball out.
The upkeep is unbelievable. Ball midfield, we're early in the first quarter. It's 14:55 to go.
Ball pushed into the box, was cleared out by Anthony Santiago.
Good
Over
play
the
by Santiago there.
Matchup, ball rolls out of play. It'll be a throw in for North Penn, it appears.
East will take the throw in here.
Now, it looks like Mike must, yeah, there's CB.
Chooses to take it back.
Long forward pass. Santiago comes to cut it off. And rolls off the line.
Good hustle there. Santiago coming across the field. Give Scott McDonald a little rest.
Christopher Walton to take the long throw in for CB East. Going back on the track to take the throw in, trying to get a lot of power, a lot of whip in it. Throw it into the box.
Good clearing by North Penn.
Chris Delp tries to get it up to Brian Harvey.
Klein Gunther racing there with his speed, but East defenders beat him to it.
Gottschall into the middle, gets taken down hard by number 4.
That looked like a hockey check there as he was nailed.
Mark Mattern getting called for the foul.
Lapotin will kick it for North Penn.
This is about in the Lapotin's range for a direct kick. He can put it at the goal without having anybody touch it. He'll choose to chip it in. Klein Gunther racing for it, but headed out by CB East and cleared back up the field. Santiago on the near side. Cutting the ball off, heads it. Scott McDonald brings it down and gets it back out.
Lapotin, good ball control there, has room to move.
Up the sideline, Klein Gunther racing, gets blocked off by CB East defender.
Good defense there for CBE, successfully boxing out Klein Gunther, who can be a force when he gets the ball up near that goal.
Right there. Again, Walsh shielded the ball away from Klein Gunther, and that would have made a nice defensive play.
Klein Gunther is getting frustrated.
Harvey in the center of the field gets the ball taken away by number 4.
LaPotin dumps it back to McDonald.
McDonald chip it up to Chris Delp, just over his head. Blocks the clearing attempt, still chases after him, and gets kicked out of play off of him.
Delp doing a good job there of, though he didn't have control of the ball, he did do a successful job of keeping it back in the east end.
Number 13. Brent Winters getting called for that foul. Scott McDonald will take the kick. Crosses a low one into the box. Nice pickoff by Krebs. Takes the shot high into the right.
He got 3 points in football.
Goal kick coming out here for CB East.
That was good hustle by Krebs there, taking the ball right up the middle, right through a bunch of CB East defenders, and he took the chance by taking the kick. But that is almost as close as the Knights have gotten to the CB East goal tonight, and that was a chance that probably had to be taken.
2 shots unofficially for North Penn so far in this game. Good save there by Chris Johnson as a squib kick came into the box.
We'd like to mention that this is the inaugural production of NPTV Sports for the 1996-1997 season. And we're glad to be back here, covering the Knights and Maidens and all that they do.
Anthony Santiago picking up the ball on this near side. Pounds it back up the field, taken by number 13, but gets kicked away by Scott McDonald.
No score yet, 10:38 remaining in the first quarter.
Krebs slips down on the play, crossed over into the middle. Scott McDonald pressuring.
Put up front trying to get in. Johnson, look at Johnson, he dives for the ball. Just beating the wing to the ball.
Johnson took some good risks there, going after the ball, taking himself out from in front of the goal.
Another long punt here, down to the 35-yard line.
Klein got the racing, avoiding the offsides call.
Foul called on North Penn, pushing from behind. Headed out by Mike Krebs off the free kick. Jeremy Fleming. Fleming getting called for the push. CB East free kick.
Looks like Knights might be ready to make a change. Number 13, Jared Hazelbarth, and number 6, Doug Kern look ready on the sidelines to come in next time North Penn can make a substitution.
Headed out by Anthony Santiago off the free kick. Fleming will pick it up. Got some room to dribble. Chips it over the defense for Jeff Kleingunther with his speed. Cuts back into the middle. Gets it taken away though. Fighting for the ball. We'll go to CB East.
Kleingunther is showing some good moves there, putting his body where it had to be, right in front of the East defenders.
Headed by Eric Lapote up to Chris Delp. Looking for the cross into the middle. Fleming picks it up, cuts it around, back to Eric Lapote.
Good passing here
Chris
by North
Delp
Penn.
Takes the shot.
North Penn showing some very effective passing, getting it through the holes and around the CB East defenders.
Krebs picks it up, gives it to Delp. Over in the middle of Lapote. Nice ball control.
Here goes Gotcha, a bit of a roll out of play, and it'll be a throw in for Central Bucks East. We're going to have a substitution right now.
Substitution for CB East.
You can only substitute on your own throw-in or on a goal kick. It'll be Chris Walton checking into the game.
Throw up the side. Lapote will take the head at midfield once again.
It's number 17, Danielle Naylor, coming in for CB East.
And immediately he is racing down the sidelines.
Nice play there by Krebs.
Over on the far side, Mike Krebs giving pressure.
Offsides, it looks like.
Now it'll be a free kick for CB East. Just outside the 18-yard box, about 5 yards out.
Direct kick for CB East.
North Penn setting the wall. Chris Johnson telling his defenders on the wall.
Nice grab by Johnston. He's got those hot hands. That's why they put him in the big box.
He's also got the big boot.
Yes.
Nice high, about the 45. Klein Gunther receiving the ball.
Gets it up to Delp. Delp slips a bit. Whistle there as Scott McDonald picks up the ball.
Direct kick here for North Penn.
North Penn's got an opportunity to make something happen here. They could, if the Knights can capitalize here, I think they can set the pace of the game. If they can score in the first with 6 minutes left, I think they can set the pace. They can make East run after them. They can maybe lag back a bit.
East setting the wall up 10 yards away, which has to be the distance.
Klein Gunther to take the kick.
Bends it around, right at the goalie.
Joseph Ware boots it out to midfield for CB East.
Pushed all the way back to Santiago. Slips down. Gets the ball taken away.
It's a foot race here. McDonald successfully breaks up the breakaway for CB East. Good play there by Scott McDonald on defense for North Penn, showing the hustle necessary to get things done. East could have capitalized there. They had the opportunity, but North Penn defense just sped up there and closed the gap.
North Penn sent in the subs. Hasselbarth and Doug Curran. For Harvey, it looks like one of the people that came out.
Jared Hazelbarth, I'd like to mention, I believe has the perfect soccer haircut. The curly mop top that we all know and love.
Takedown. On called for North Penn. CB East free kick. Chips it into the box. Chris Johnson coming out.
Good play there. Johnson's not afraid to put himself out there in the middle of the fighting. He's not afraid to get right up in the other team's offense's face. Sometimes it can hurt you, but it works.
Scott McDonald to take the throw in here for the Knights. Number John Thomas comes off, and number 3 for the Knights goes in.
Barth heads to Klein Gunther. Klein Gunther with a high kick crossing the field.
Adam Decker came in for the Knights there as John Thomas came off.
Another kick for North Penn.
Eric Lepotin try and cross it in the box. Nice chip.
Klein Gunther almost had a chance to turn things around.
Hasselbarth to take the long throw in here, try and get it into the 6-yard area.
Good throw there.
Hops it in, headed wide by Chris Delp. Goal kick coming out for the for CB East. Substitution here for East. Number 13, Brent Winters going off, and number 3, Scott Rawls coming back in.
Good kick by Ware. Whistle there. CB East making a substitution.
CB East to take the free kick here off the North Penn's handball. Chipped into the box. Santiago going for it, gets knocked out of the air. Decker clearing it out.
North Penn defense does a good job of controlling there.
Shot back into the box. Offsides call.
It'll be actually an offside, so it'll be a free kick rather than a keeper kick.
Scott McDonald to take the kick for North Penn.
Their defense again responding and kicking it out of trouble. Forced the East to try to kick it back in quicker than they wanted to. We got the offside.
Steps puts it up and it's kept on its way nicely. And two headers will put back out of the zone by CB East, and we'll have a violation.
Whistle there.
Free kick for the Patriots. So far,
Pats get another free kick. 2 minutes, 2 seconds remaining in the first quarter here. Still no score.
CB East has to take the kick over again. The ball has to be still before you're able to kick a free kick. Bent into the box, cleared, headed by Kleingunther, picked up by Delp. Runs through the ball.
Crossing the field, good pass up.
Foot race for Doug Kern. The goalie will come out and dive onto the ball.
North Penn almost had one on the board there. It's Curran definitely, obviously had CB East defenders beat, was onside, but Joe Ware, goalie, just fell on that ball. Good play there.
Picked up by,
controls up the side.
Cleared back down. Picked up by Santiago. Will just let the ball roll out of bounds as it went off of CB's foot. High throw in. Krebs giving chase along with Adam Decker. CB East runs through the ball, and Santiago bangs it out.
Good play by Santiago there, being where he had to be. North Penn doing a good job of closing up the holes, not letting CB East get to the goal too many times.
Eric Lapotin controlling the ball here for the Knights. Runs through a CB East defender. Shot taken by Fleming, wide.
I think North Penn's being a little bit too trigger happy here. I think they've got to find, they have the ability to find ways through that blue wall of the CB East defense. But what they're not doing, they're not finding the ways. They have the ability to find the ways, but they're not finding them yet. They have to be patient. Right now, they're going off a bit too early, kicking the wide shots, and that's only chancy. You know, shots like that don't always happen. You're just kicking it away. They can pass. And they got to get the passing lanes open, and if they can do that, they can have success. But right now, they just got to sit back and let it happen.
End of the first quarter here at Crawford Stadium. Some first quarter stats here. No goals, no corner kicks at any. North Penn heavy on the infractions with 8. CB East with 4. Unofficial shots on goal are 4 and 4 for each team. 3 saves for North Penn, 2 saves for CB East, and 1 offsides for each team. With the players taking the rest, we'll take a rest, and we'll be back here for the start of the second quarter here at Crawford Stadium.
You don't need algebra, geometry, and calculus to get this job. Now, if that doesn't convince you to take math courses, I don't know what will. Call NACME. We'll tell you what you need to do.
Music is a way of learning, integrating all disciplines of education, creating a learning environment where children want to learn. Music is an important part of the classroom curriculum. Children experience history and world cultures as they listen to and perform music of other times and places.
What music means to me is to get a better education. Making the sounds of the music and playing the notes.
Education in the arts promotes higher level thinking skills by fostering creativity, imagination, self-discipline, teamwork, and self-esteem. Involvement in a music program leads to higher SAT scores.
The music program at North Penn has provided me with the skills I need to either pursue a career in music or even a hobby. I know that the North Penn music program will have provided me with the skills that I need to do so.
Music instills a sense of cultural identity and pride in our children. Music is the beat of education.
All right, welcome back to North Penn High School Crawford Stadium. You are watching North Penn Knights soccer. Tonight they are battling the CB East Patriots. And after one quarter of the big ball, the score is 0-0. Good defensive shows here by both teams. Not a lot of shots on goal. 4 and 4 for each team as far as shots goes. Defense is doing a good job of closing up the passing lanes. North Penn has had a few opportunities along with East. North Penn not getting too close. They're taking their shots from about the 30 and the 20 being the closest. East has gotten in there a few times, but nothing too dangerous looking. The teams just have to concentrate on getting the good passes completed. If they can pass through the lanes if they can keep the passing lanes open and pass through the lanes, I think we might see some scoring. But right now, both defenses are shutting down those lanes.
One of the big things that North Penn's got to work on here is that they got to stop fouling CB East players. That was a big in the first quarter. They had 8 fouls, resulting in some close plays there at their end.
North Penn's just got to play a little smarter here.
Chris Delp running on the ball, takes the shot. Goal by Chris Delp, scored, and pulls the shirt over his head.
19 minutes and 40 seconds.
Anthony Santiago getting the good ball crossed in there for the assist.
Excellent play by North Penn. They showed the hustle. They came out strong. 60 seconds into the second quarter, that is. North Penn scores the first goal of the game. North Penn finally making things happen, coming in. They looked like East looked confused there. The North Penn got the good breakaway and just put it right where it had to be.
Anthony Santiago giving that nice chip shot over the defenders. Chris Delp chasing the ball down, controlling it, and then taking the good shot on goal.
If you can get a controlled dribble of the soccer ball that close to the goal 9 times out of 10, you are going to get one on the board.
54 York Road, a new experience in shopping for Oriental rugs. Give them a call at 215-794-2300. Ball in the CB zone again.
CB East controlling the ball, put down the over the far touchline, throwing North Penn.
Scoring that goal that early in the second quarter is a very, very positive thing for North Penn. Now they can coast. Now they're in control. You know, they're in the driver's seat of this game. They can sit back and let their defense do what their defense did all the first quarter, and just let them make the plays and let their offense coast. Because right now they have East. They have East in a little hole. But so if the Knights can continue playing the way they are, you know, this should be a pretty decent game.
Foul called on CB East. Eric Lapotin going to take the long kick for North Penn. Try and chip it into the box. See if they can get a head on it.
Lapotin's foot is also utilized by the North Penn Knights football team. He kicks the field goals and the extra points,
along with kickoffs. Fleming takes the throw in on the near side. Half volley taken by Lapotin. Gets a little too far under it.
He thought he was kicking for the football team right there.
Goal kick coming out here for East. Good kick. Adam Decker looking to go up for the head ball, but headed away by East. Over the back, called on East. LaPotin will take the kick again. Look, Krebs gives it off. Short one, the LaPotin takes it in. It's kicked away by East. Over the far touchline, throw in North Penn. Scott McDonald for the throw-in. High, long throw-in. Kleingunther will control. Gets a kick away from him. Quick throw-in into the box. Colonel will try and run for it, but batted out of the air by East.
Big foot by CB East there. Stumble there on the play.
Fleming taking out a CB's player.
Something I hadn't seen quite some time in the Penrith game the other day. Saw somebody red card. There are two types of cards. A yellow card is a warning. You get 2 yellows, you get a red card. A red card means you're out of the game. And if you're a player, you cannot be replaced.
Needs to take the kick.
This was an assistant coach for Penridge, who was, I understand,
Low shot into the box.
Good
nice
defense
block
by
there
North Penn.
by Mike Krebs on the cross attempt. Corner kick. First one of the night for CB East.
First time East has been in the North Penn end this quarter.
Nice chip into the box. Headed out. Another corner kick again here for East.
Knights getting the job done by being where they have to be.
The job is to chip it in. And a nice head ball there. Nice stop there by Chris Johnson. Diving out, taking it off the foot of number 4, Mark Matter.
Yes, picture a soccer cleat. Picture it coming straight at your face or straight at your gut. That is what North Penn goalie Steve Johnson looks at every night when he plays goal. Chris Johnson, excuse me.
That's the swimmer.
Every night, yes, I'm getting my sports confused, but he sees a soccer cleat coming at his face and at his gut every night, and that is what it takes to play goalie, and he gets the job done with plays like that. Sliding right into harm's way.
Adam Decker getting called there for the dangerous high kick.
14:42 remaining.
Long kick into the box. Jeremy Fleming accidentally tripped up a CB East player as he was running on. Free kick from about the 20-yard line.
Now we have a trip just outside the box that Doug Lawver or Juan Corona will get a direct kick from about 25 yards out.
Juan Corona for CB East will take that kick.
That's a penalty shot.
Indirect kick.
Outside, so they're calling.
So they have to touch the ball before.
Direct kick low and wide.
That is the third free kick that East has had in the North Penn zone recently. That the Knights have got to stop giving away stuff like that, because if they continue to just give East opportunities like that, eventually the law of averages dictates that East will eventually score on one of those free kicks.
Scott McDonald will chase the ball over the near touchline, throw in.
Kleingunther had an opportunity, and the keeper Shifrinovich for Penridge guessed right. That was a throwback to Johnson.
Throws it back to the goalkeeper. Low boot. Takes the bounce. Kleingunther gave chase but kicked out. Off the side of the head of LaPotin. Decker gets onto it. Chips it up to Kleingunther.
Kleingunther controls in the middle. Gets it out to the side, but does not reach its intended goal.
I don't necessarily buy that. I think you got to win it on putting the ball in the net in competition.
Mike Krebs would take the throw in. High, long throw.
You had that Stanley Cup game come down to 3 overtimes, you 4 overtimes.
Well, there was some talk about it one time about going to the penalty shot situation and overtime situations of the hockey.
Pushing in the back. Called on Krebs.
Krebs shrugging there, saying, what's up with that? What's going on there? But that's what the ref saw. And here's just another free kick for East.
Trying to chip it in the box. Coming out to grab the ball out of the air.
He has the hot hands.
The big boot by Johnson, headed by number 26, John Schumann. Gives it off to Doug Kern. Kern giving chase. CB East will clear it over the near touchline. Krebs will take the throw in again on this near side. High, throwing the Kern, heads it over CB East.
Lapotin, good ball handling there.
Chipped into the box, too far, goalie will get it.
I don't think that's what Decker wanted to do. He had time, was looking around the field to see what could shape there. But
Long kick by East.
Scott McDonald giving chase. Nice
Good
ball.
Play. McDonald there clutching his shins. We hope he's all right. Both players there.
Will still play.
Good aggressive slide tackle, but ref blows the whistle.
Looks like number 17, Danielle Naylor, was down, so they stopped play for him. He's walking it off.
Looks like both of them will be all right. McDonald does come out. Coming in to sub for North Penn is number 20, Andy Godshaw.
Kyle Moody will be coming in.
All right, maybe not.
Scott McDonald and number 2, Ian Santiago, will come in for Doug Kern. And number 15, Scott Rodemer, will come in for East to replace Daniel Naylor.
Seen that more and more in soccer, especially in the girls' side of it. As the ball goes through Adam Decker, left foot.
North Penn substitution. Number 2, Ian Santiago.
That were heavily accented.
Ball goes out of the far touchline. East will take it. And they sub 2 players, number 5 and number 13. Number 5, Joseph Constantini, and number 15.
Goal!
Goal!
CB East puts it in the corner. He's just wound up and fired it right past Chris Johnson. They put it right in the corner. He scored 10-32 in the second quarter. Tie score here. Ron Corona scored the goal for East. He just cocked his foot and pow, scores even. Whole new ball game. North Penn's back on the offensive. Shots like that, there is absolutely nothing that you can do. When your body is only so long and the ball is just barely away from your fingertips, there's nothing you can do about that. Great play by East.
CB East take the throw in. Number 26, John Schumann, will take the long throw in. Try and get it in the box. Long throw in low, cleared out, not that far. Another shot blocked.
He's trying to come back. Good defense by North Penn, clearing out there in the center.
Kyle
Racing
Moody will
the
chase the
side.
ball. Gives
Good
it up
play
to
by
Klein
Moody.
Gunther.
Turns it around, back into the East end.
Delp running on. Santiago picking up. We'll go out to the outside here.
No one to pass to, though. So he just dumps it out the end.
Goes over the end line. Goal kick coming out.
Yeah, we're going to have a card. Let's see who's being carded. It might be Santiago.
Ref pulling out the card. Santiago will get the yellow card.
Bad news.
Complaining a little too much to the referee. I don't take a lot of it.
You don't want to do that. You do not want to do that.
So Santiago will take a seat as Brian Harvey comes in.
Yellow is a warning, but if you get the red card, you get the boot. And that's not when the goalie kicks the ball out. You get the boot from the game. And that is real bad news.
Along with that red card, your team has to play a man down, which means 10 on 11. And that
More bad news.
And that one player down does make a difference on the field. It opens up the area for the other 11 players on the other team to pass it around.
It also gives the other team the opportunity to double team somebody like, hey, your best scorer. So you want to play clean when you're playing soccer.
Chested down by Brian Harvey, gives it out to Lapotin.
8:30 remaining in the half. 1-all. This will pretty much definitely be a different kind of game than the JV game we saw earlier. The Knights JV team buried, we'll say, the CB East JV team by a score of 8-0. They're still searching for the CB East junior varsity team because they were buried so deep into the ground by the Knights JV team.
Fleming controls, gives it back to Santiago. McDonald up the sideline.
North Penn doing a good job keeping it in the East zone.
Santiago will take care of it, and he will take care of the throwing.
Kyle Moody, a long throw for North Penn. Long, about 40-yard throw, headed out by CB East. Moody will take it again. Another long throw.
Whistle blown there.
Foul throw.
They say he lifted his foot because when you throw in the ball, both feet have to be on the ground. When players run to get more momentum to throw the ball in, they usually drag their back foot. But his foot probably just came up. That is not allowed. A no-no.
Common mistake with overthrowing the ball. You whip your body so much that that back foot just pops up.
Forward momentum, and that is what both teams are trying to create here, as it looks to be a pretty even matchup. Both teams' defenses have been solid except for those 2 goals, but the goals that were scored not because of a mistake on defense, but because of talent on offense.
Long throw in there by Schumann. Booted out by North Penn. And the dribbler into the box picked up by Chris Johnson. Long boot. Real long boot there, headed for Chris Delp, chasing it down the line. Will it go out of bounds? 6:15 left. 1-1 here in the second quarter.
And how quickly the players can get to it. Soccer used to be sort of considered a throwaway sport. It used to be in years past a sport for people who...
North Penn keeping the pressure on East.
Let me tell you something. It takes quite an athlete to play soccer. Even more so in some cases than football.
Lapotin throwing the ball.
Both tries to keep it in, but cannot. It's East throwing.
Down this area in this country, the youth leagues have really established themselves. You see more kids playing that than many sports these days.
It's not an expensive sport.
Lapotin controls, brings it back. Nobody to bring it back to, though, so he goes back and gets it himself.
Scott McDonald boots it up the field, up to Brian Harvey. Heads it, Fleming giving chase. Stops.
Lapotin there, putting his knee in the way of the ball. Front controls there, but he was boxed up.
East back on the charge. Fleming giving chase. Nice step in there by Scott McDonald. Nice roll forward. No one there to take it.
McDonald is one of the players on the North Penn Knights that is not afraid to get physical.
Ball kicked over the far touchline, throwing CB East. Juan Corona takes control of it. Gets it kicked off his foot. Another throw in CB East.
For big, strong guys, but about 60% of their body is fat. You're not going to see a lot of fat on soccer players. It's too much running.
Number 26, John Schumann, to take the long throw again. Looks like the long throwing
East
specialist.
will try and capitalize here.
Kind of like Kyle Moody is for North Penn.
Right past the goal post, but on the wrong side. So it'll be a 6-yard for North Penn.
I remember one game last year, William Tennant used to bring in their long throwing each time. They used to get them subbed in every time there was a throw in near the 18-yard
and right
line.
there, Johnson, looking like a basketball player, tending the hoop. He jumps up and tips off the ball that was headed for the goal. Heads up play by Johnson. That is probably why I was getting him confused with a swimmer, because he could play any sport here at North Penn. Multi-talented. We'll look for him on the basketball team this winter. Which we will cover on on NPTV Sports.
Now he'll blow the whistle and say that he stepped on the line.
Ref blowing the whistle there. 3:36 remaining in the half. 1-1 your score.
Kevin Walsh through. Juan Corona now controls up the sideline.
One-on-one battle there.
Taken down by Scott McDonald. Direct kick just between the near touch line.
Another opportunity for East. North Penn getting set up.
See if they can bend this one in. He will try it.
Good job there by the North Penn D.
And here comes North Penn, kept in nicely there by Kevin Walsh. Walsh gets it back, and it's put back into the zone again by CBE.
Ball pushed into the box. 13.
Although there is a Knight down on his knees.
Brent Winters giving Kyle Moody a little pop in the chest there. Probably knocked the wind out of him.
Ref blows the whistle.
And the trainer trots out onto the field.
And that is a trot, I must admit. We certainly hope Moody's all right. Let's hope he retains his dinner there.
Getting picked up.
The wind knocked out of him. 2:33.
We'll walk off. Coach Rich walking out to see how he's doing.
Gets a little ovation from the fans.
Mike Krebs checking back in there for Moody.
Moody appears to be none the worse for wear and tear. Krebs will come in.
North Penn substitution, number 7, Mike Krebs.
The ball will go back to the east end.
Throwing here for North Penn.
Number 21, Andy Gottschall.
Andy Gottschall checking in for Jeremy Fleming.
North Penn battles up in the corner.
First corner kick here for North Penn. Klein Gunther will take it. Looking for a nice patch of grass to kick it off of. Chips a long one into the box.
Hazelbarth with a good head, but Joe Ware falls right on top of it.
Nice picking of a low corner there by Hasselbarth, but the goalie for CB is just covering it.
Ware has 10 seconds to get rid of the ball, so there's plenty of time, and he lets the clock run down.
Potent.
Put back in by North Penn. It's a race for the ball.
Klein Gunther, fancy footwork again, getting it around the defenders.
Puts it back to Krebs, who will put it on the foot of Brian Harvey, who put it in the middle, put back out. But
McDonald kicks it back into the center. Lepotin, the foot on it. Harvey controls here.
Chips it into the box.
Good playing there by the North Penn offense. See Klein Gunther with that fancy footwork. Almost makes you wonder if he was ever a dancer.
Tries to get it to Harvey, tries to put it through for Klein Gunther, can't do it. Harvey will take the ball.
North Penn brings it back up, but East clears. I'd like to see Jeff Klein Gunther dance.
Clocking down about 1 minute and some change left here in the first half.
Hazelbarth can't get his foot on it.
McDonald
Good play.
Breaks onto the ball. Now Harvey tries to keep it in, but it goes out of bounds. Throwing for East.
Nice head ball there by Scott McDonald. Santiago puts it back in the east end. North Penn will try and capitalize with 37 seconds left. Klein Gunther chasing there. Good hustle. Lepotin trying to control. Harvey can't hold on to it there either, so it goes back
20
North
seconds
Penn end.
left, controlled by Santiago. Put it
out
past Scott McDonald.
Kicked it out to get a throw with 15 seconds to go in the half. He knows that he made a mistake, but he'll make up for it here. Boots it downfield, headed it into the middle, but there's only 5 seconds to go in the half. So,
3, 2, 1.
That's the air horn sounds. End of the first half here. Score 1-1.
Both teams showing very, very good play, very solid, very evenly matched, and they are doing a very good job. Only 1-1. We'll see if they change anything for the second half. But both the Knights and the Patriots playing a great game of soccer here on a great night in a great stadium called Crawford Stadium. And right now, we will say see ya, and we'll be back in a few with stats.
We want to see our children succeed. But setting easy goals for our kids creates the toughest obstacle they'll ever face. Because succeeding in the real world isn't easy. Help the effort to raise standards in America's public schools. Call 1-800-96-PROMISE.
Math, a 4-letter word, right? Hey, you don't need that. Why design the world's newest chips? When you could be flipping the world's oldest burgers. Hey, wait a minute. This is math. Geometry, algebra. No pocket protectors here. But you're cruising without math. Yeah, right. Take a good look. That's math staring back at you. It's not a problem, man. It's an answer. Call NACME. We'll tell you what you need to do.
And welcome back here to North Penn's Crawford Stadium. We're about to get set here for the second half action of North Penn Knights soccer. Halftime stats. The goals are 1 apiece. Corner kicks, 1 for North Penn, 3 for CB East. Infraction fouls, 13 for North Penn. Heavy on that side. CB East with 6. 1 yellow card given out to North Penn's Ian Santiago. 6 shots on goal for North Penn. CB East 5, and offsides are tied at 1. The goal summary for that first half. Chris Delp, assisted by Anthony Santiago. At 20 seconds into that quarter.
1940.
And Corona unassisted at 9:28. So North Penn to kick it off here.
Both teams taking the field to start up the second half. Everything even, but good defense, good offense on both ends of the field. So we will see if there's any change in the game plan.
Jeremy Fleming controlling for North Penn. Tries to give it a through ball to Brian Harvey, but booted back by CB's Anthony Santiago, giving chase near the near side here. Kicks it up, out of bounds again. He's just sliding his foot under the ball too much and causing the ball to spin off and out of bounds. Number 23, Christopher Walton, to take the throw in for CB East.
And we are back at Crawford Stadium here at Lansdowne.
Down the sideline.
Just gotten underway. Unlike the
Back out again.
Put out of bounds by Krebs. And the long thrower, number 23, Christopher Walton, to take it for East. Long thrown into the box, headed out by North Penn, picked up by Scott McDonald.
Donald hangs back a bit.
He's tripped, and it'll be a direct kick for CB East, and Corona is dangerous from this area.
Corona to take the free kick for East. Gonna try and bend it around like he did before.
He scored East's lone goal.
Try to head it in, but it's headed over the net and out of harm's way by Mark Mattern.
North Penn defenders getting up and in the faces of CB East offense, which is what they're supposed to do. They got to keep the pressure on.
Give them a call at 215-794.
Low kick outside here by Chris. CBE's controls. Scott McDonald breaking that up. Fleming giving me chase.
I think as of now, Scott McDonald wins the Dirtiest Uniform Award. He's sporting this season, the latest in the season's mud. Brought to you by North Penn High School sod.
Nice brown stripe going through the number on the back.
Absolutely.
Long throw in into the box, headed out. Now booted out by McDonald. Kleingunther giving chase.
Back out again. North Penn will take another 6 yard.
This and other SCT sporting events, well, they're available by calling 345-5154 Monday through Friday during regular business hours.
Johnson with the 6 yard kick. Headed out. Fleming taking control. Chips it in. Giving chase. Brian Harvey using his speed, trying to get a step. It's popped.
Can't
over
get
and
through
out
the
of bounds.
gauntlet. Good hustle there by North Penn, bringing it back.
Scott McDonald with the nice mud stripe on the back, showing his intensity of the game.
There's his dirty jersey. And I'm sure we'll expect more physical stuff from McDonald as we have 16:52 remaining in the third. 1-1, all even Steven the score. North Penn will try and change that right now. Good throw right into the center. Bit of confusion there.
Lapote with a kick goal from outside the 18-yard box. Eric Lapote
getting the job done, putting it in there. There was some confusion after the throw. It went into the pile. CB East goalie there diving, trying to get it. Couldn't get his hands on it, and it just rolled right out in front of Eric Lapote, and pow!
Eric
puts
Lapote.
it through the bar.
Eric Lapote picking up the junk after the clearing attempt by CB East failed, and just putting it right back in, just where he needed it to be.
North Penn capitalizing on some great opportunities there. 2-1 is now the score. Eric Lapote with the good butt.
CB East getting called for the violation. Lapote will take the free kick.
That's the case. You can't blame the keeper. He did all he could, but the ball was nice.
Just too many people in front of that goal. And when the ball rolled out, it was right there for Lapote, and he just took it. Took it home.
Ball headed the wrong way.
North Penn controls. No one there to pass to, though. Harvey runs up, tries to get a piece of it. Good aggressive play. Nothing comes of it, though. But
McDonald will take the throw in. Low shot into the box. Goalie controls it. Low kick. McDonald giving chase. Puts a head on it.
North Penn smelling blood. Now they're driving into the zone, but here comes CB and bring it back upfield. With 15:20 to go in the third quarter,
North Penn is, after that goal, they've been picking up the pace of this game. Moving the ball around more, making East run after them. Making East run after the ball. Trying to wear them down. But the pace is speeding up as the Knights take the driver's seat once again. 15 even left in the third quarter here. Crawford Stadium, 2-1 the score.
North Penn throwing. Scott McDonald pushing it back by CB East. Number 3, Scott Rawls getting called for the foul. McDonald will take the free kick. Controlled by Eric Lapote and headed back into the East zone. Kick back out. Over the near touchline. Almost hitting the
Trisha Williams, our
camera woman.
Yes.
Lapote.
Good play there. Getting in front of the pass, cutting it off, but the ref had a little problem.
Fleming getting called for the foul. Up this near sideline. Gottschall will give chase. Into the box.
Pass, but North Penn defense, where that to be? 1-on-1.
Nice save. Rebound. Brought out. Corona Misses it high.
North Penn D gets the job done. The big D there. Goalie Chris Johnson falling on top of it, knocking the ball away. There was one thing between East, the ball, and that goal, and that was Chris Johnson, and he was right there like a wall. The Great Wall of North Penn. Chris Johnson there. Great job by the North Penn defense, bouncing out that offensive attack.
Again, CB East on this near sideline. Krebs fighting, kicks it out of bounds. CB East throwing. Long thrower, Chris Walton.
Glad you could join us for the Suburban One League Boys High School Soccer matchup.
Long throwing into the box, headed out.
McDonald, good clear there. Backing up.
McDonald will take the ball, gives it back to CB's Corona.
Too many North Penn players there was the case. Didn't know who should take it. And he said, well, I'll take that. Yes, there can be too much of a good thing. Whistle there.
Over the back called on CB East, free kick. LaPotent will take it.
Good
Boots
foot
it.
again. LaPotent using his football skills there. McDonald with that dirty jersey puts it back in the East End. East clears it once again.
Santiago. Offsides called on Corona. Good trap there by North Penn.
Can't make those mistakes. When you had something going there like East had, they had 2-on-2 there coming down the stretch. No, can't make mistakes like that offsides. Good head there by LaPotent, keeping it in.
Adam Decker.
Collision, I felt that. It shook the stadium right there. All right, East player down. The ref stops the clock. No, has not stopped the clock yet. But Scott Raw's there, so to get up. He's captain for CB East. Looks like he'll be all right. He might stay in. But nope. He says, I'm going to sit down. He's going to take a rest, take a breather. Well deserved, though. East has been fighting. North Penn D has just been getting the job done. Jared Hazelbarth, that soccer hair I love so much, warming up for North Penn. Will probably go in next time North Penn is able to make a substitution. 11:24, yes, ref just stopped the clock at 11:24. 2-1 the score. Knights on top.
Trotting across the field.
There's that trot.
That's Dave, the North Penn trainer, going to oversee the CB East. Well, ready to get back into play here. Just waiting for the substitution.
Take the kick. Hazelbarth comes in.
It looks like John Thomas is coming off the field here. It is.
North Penn substitution, number 13, Jared Hazelbarth.
Lucky number 13 there.
CB East substitution, number 2, Stephen Hansen.
Steve Hansen comes in for CB East. He's number 2.
Santiago again's cleared it over the far touchline, as he's not been able to keep his clearing shots in the playing field. Krebs giving chase along the far touchline. Will go out off his East. Throw in for the Knights. High, long.
But 3 East players there are waiting. Hazelbarth turns around but goes out of bounds.
East will take the throw in here. Try to do something with it. We'll let number 26, the other long thrower, John Schumann, to try and throw it into the box here. Gets it in. Headed out of bounds over the end line by North Penn. And a corner kick here for East. Fourth corner kick here tonight for East. Benson bent into the box. Headed out by Brian Harvey.
Nicely by Brian Harvey. It'll
Run down
now again,
by Chris Delp to give it a throw-in instead of a corner.
East could make something happen here. They got to put the pressure on North Penn. Jared Hazelbarth, good foot there, lifts it up and clears it out.
Klein Gunther cleared the ball over the far touch line.
Now it's put up. There's the midfield of CBEs to keep the ball.
North Penn D battling around the 30.
Very similar to the first half, Bob, where after North Penn scored the goal, it seemed to become a little complacent.
9 minutes left in the third here. 2-1 the score. The Knights on top. Hazelbarth goes crashing into the East defender. Aggressive play by him. And here he comes back up again.
Krebs giving chase on the far side. Blocks the cross attempt. Santiago chasing for it. Still on it.
Takes it himself.
Boots it up.
About midfield. Out of bounds.
Off the East body. North Penn throwing about midfield.
Hazelbarth will take that one.
Throwing in the middle of the field, taken by Santiago. Will control it, still running with it. Pass forward, blocked. Take the pass again. The outside. Gottschall, if he can chip it over.
Looking for somebody to pass to. Off the body of number 23 for East. There's Walton. Klein Gunther picks it up, but falls. Still trying. Delp picks it up again, into the center. Looking for somebody, can't find anybody, it just goes through. Scott McDonald up for North Penn. Just kicks it out through the back.
Goal kick coming out here for East is Scott McDonald.
Good play by North Penn, keeping it away from the East defense and offense there in that little series. Hazelbarth with the head on that one.
Lapotin again heads it over to Harvey. Controlled by Jeremy Fleming off his head. And then controlled by Lapotin.
Boots it up to Klein Gunther. Good ball handling here by North Penn.
Nice step in by Lapotin, but he can't come up with the ball. Corona controlling. Tries to get the through ball. Doesn't work. Santiago giving chase and boots it way out. Off an East player. Throw in North Penn. Brian Harvey will take it.
Ball falls in North Penn's
into
court.
Lapotin. Can't control.
Whistle there, ref sees something.
Handball called on Mike Krebs. As a free kick will be taken about the midfield. By number 7, Douglas Lawver. Chips it. Controlled by Gottschall. Booted out by Lapotin. Headed by CB East. Harvey giving chase now.
Looks like it's just going to go out.
Pass was intended for number 8, Corona, but just a little too long. McDonald chips it off an East player. Give himself a throw-in.
The CB East player's leg, that would be Stephen Hansen, and it'll be a throw-in for North Penn. Throwing it along the line there, continuing it on its way in the midfield, but again, a good play by Walsh, putting it back.
Good play by Santiago there.
Headed into the box. Headed back out by McDonald. Controlled by Hasselbarth on the far side. We'll go out of the far touch line. Throw in CB East. Belted back out by Andy Gottschall.
Lapotin brings back past midfield. Klein Gunther up there chasing that, but
substitution, Doug Curran coming in for Brian Harvey.
CBE's defense showing a three-man front there, not letting anything get past. They're lagging back a bit.
Long
cutting down the North Penn breakaways. Here comes Klein Gunther on the side. Can't hold on.
Walsh, nice slide tackle to put the ball out of play.
He's just been everywhere right now.
Klein Gunther has that second gear that he can just shift into when he gets the ball and he gets control. Just shifts into it. And first you see him running. And then all of a sudden he's like a little white streak just going right past you. He has that extra kick, that power. And he just motors right past the defenders.
Long ball controlled by Santiago. We'll kick it out of bounds. Quick throw in. Throwing for Corona. Scott McDonald marking him. Real good. Keeping him on the outside, containing him out there. Crossed into the center. Armed out by looked like Michael Krebs.
Good job there. Getting it away from the East offense.
Doug Kern will keep control of it. Up the sideline. Klein Gunther tries to put it on.
It's a foot on it, though. Go out of bounds.
Doug Kern take the throw. Gives it up to Scott McDonald. Up the sideline. Sort of a bicycle kick there by CB East, but
my favorite kick.
Goes off out of bounds.
Checking in for North Penn.
Adam Decker coming in for Andy Gottschall.
Keep in mind now the players have been playing for almost 50, about 57 minutes now.
Decker just a sophomore.
Decker won the only sophomore on the Knights
varsity team.
And softball player.
Free kick here for CB East.
3 minutes left in the third. 2-1 North Penn, still the score. North Penn goals coming from Lapotin and Delp.
Free kick coming back the other way. Lapotin will take it for the Knights. About half field. Long kick into the box. Headed back out by East. Half volley taken by Fleming high over the goal.
North Penn flexing their muscles there, showing their power. The big feet there.
Way too high. 2.5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
2.5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Controlled by Fleming, taken by Chris Delp, chipped up, trying headed it in.
Ref blows the whistle.
Ball coming back out. CB's free kick.
North Penn had some good passing going there, though.
Naylor coming in.
Also number 19, Ian Hertzler.
And Ian Kotzler. Hertzler. Ian Hertzler also checks in for East.
Inside 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. 2-1 North Penn leads on the
1:40 left here in the third quarter. Score 2-1. Eric Lapotin so far has the winning goal. Nice kick from outside that 18-yard box. Scott McDonald giving chase on the far line. Free kick East. Crossed in. Booted out by Krebs, but off a player.
Clear field for North Penn. Pass it up for Klein Gunther. Klein Gunther getting control there.
Using Klein Gunther using speed. Makes the move inside.
Again.
There's Walsh. He was assisted by Mark Mattern, but he's in the
Hazelbarth there taking it up.
But there's Mattern making a very secure play.
North Penn with a good opportunity there to break this game wide open, but the big blue wall of the East defense was there, standing right in their way.
Doug Kern getting called for the foul. Jared up the near sideline here. Off North Penn. CB's quick throw in. 20 seconds left here. 2-1 third period. Free kick here for North Penn. Scott McDonald cranks it into the box. Controlled.
North Penn boots it back in, but that is that.
air
The
horn.
end of the third.
Sounds for the end of the third quarter. Still 2-1. Eric Lapotin with that deciding goal there at the beginning of the quarter.
All North Penn playing very good heads-up soccer. Both teams, as a matter of fact, playing on point. It's just that North Penn is up that one goal. You remember, it was a kick in. East goalie went for it. Pile of players. Ball ended up right in front of Lapotin. Pow, puts it in.
Some third quarter stats. Goals are 2-1 in favor of North Penn. Corner kicks, CB East is leading in that category, 4-1. Infractions during that period. North Penn only had 2 in that, and CB East had 1. 10 shots to 8 shots so far. Count in this game. Saves. North Penn coming up with it 6 so far, 5 so far for CB East, and 1 offsides for North Penn and 1 for CB East.
Coach Rittenhouse talking to his troops there in the huddle. Both teams playing very solid soccer so far yet in this game. Jared Hazelbarth, that my favorite haircut on the Knights, right there on your screen.
Giving him the nice hair award for the night, I guess.
Yes. We'll give out those awards when the game is over.
Scott McDonald
Yes, it looks like the front runner for the Dirty Jersey Award.
Number 4, Scott McDonald, has that so far.
Yes. Knights are back on the field as we await the final quarter of soccer. What will happen? Will North rule the fourth, or will the beast from the east come out and make some noise? We'll see. Out comes CB East.
20-minute quarter here. CB East will be taking the tap off.
CB East will have the kickoff.
All right, we will have 18 minutes left to decide this game. North Penn up 2-1 as of now.
North Penn scored off of one of these in the second quarter, but East has the edge. Up on kick by Santiago, and they'll bring
Corona.
Corona.
Nice body there by Santiago.
Playing it up on the far side.
Santiago will let it go out of bounds. Free kick. A slide tackle from behind. Depending on how severe of a slide tackle it is from behind, it is cardable with either a yellow or a red card.
1 yellow card so far this evening, given to Anthony Santiago, I believe.
Ian Santiago.
Ian Santiago. Too many Santiagos on this team. But then again, both of them play great, so we're not going to complain.
Scott McDonald on the far side to take the throne for the Knights. Long throw in just over the head of Doug Curran there. Lapotin gives it in. Jeremy Fleming, or excuse me, Eric Lapotin. Back checking there.
Good control there, though. He turns that ball around. He's throwing here.
Press the play, make them play in their own end. If you have to do that, they can't.
Santiago clearing it out of the end of North Penn. Long one. Chris Delp giving chase will just go out of bounds.
Some people say prevents you from winning.
Well, the problem with a prevent defense or the defensive shell is the ball is continuously in your end.
Goal kick here for CB East.
Not to lose. You're playing, letting them come into the end and trying just to kick it back out. All they do is put the ball back in. If you play for the jugular and you go for the offense.
Chip shot into the box, headed out by Hasselbarth.
East showing some good footwork here, though. North Penn brings it back around up the side.
Good passing here. Doug Curran charging on the ball, slows it up, cuts back across the field. Chris Delp Give and go try. Chris Delp still charging on.
Trying to put it in the center.
Shot taken.
High kick.
Lean back a little too far. And it'll be a goal kick coming out for East.
North Penn, good pressure here early in the fourth.
North Penn substitution, number 21, Andy Godshaw.
High kick by CB East. Lapotin headed it off a CB's player, came down, CB East control.
Gets it back to his player, and Corona kicks it out. It'll be a throw in by North Penn. 16:55.
North Penn make the throw in here.
2-1 North Penn with the lead. Now North Penn against Penridge had the same situation, went into the
Scott McDonald.
last quarter with a 2-1 lead and allowed that tying goal off of a throw-in. And then they had to
Hasselbarth going up for the head ball.
Penn winning the game on a great kick by Lapotin, and handed in by Kleinberg.
Saying it went off a white. Substitution. Number 23. Christopher Walton going off.
Walsh walking by Kleingunther, just sort of saying something to him.
Long throw up the side there. Back out.
Kicked out by Krebs over the near touchline. Thrown up. Santiago left footing it out.
Good kick there. He's ambidextrous. Unless he's left footed.
Krebs gets it up to Kleingunther, kicks it out. It'll be a CB East throw-in. And Walsh will trigger that throw-in.
CB substitution, number 5, Joseph Constantine.
Joseph Constantine is checked into the game.
Joseph Constantine checked into the game for CB East.
Good play there by North Penn. Cutting across the field. Here's a Barth controls between two East defenders, but falls down there.
Gottschall giving chase, can't hang on to the ball. Krebs now fighting for it. Backtracking is Lapotin. Kicks it just a tad too hard over to Santiago.
Yeah, it was. He got it to the open man who was the defender, and there was no...
Kleingunther there, racing around.
Everybody fighting
for
ball.
Here's a Barth through the gauntlet. Tripped up there. North Penn will get the direct kick as Hazelbarth was tripped. Good aggressive play there.
All the players fighting for position. Try and get to the ball first. Chip shot. Should have been headed, but it was chested by Andy Gottschall there.
Back out McDonald chasing after it. So he'll take that, throw it in for North Penn.
Doug Curran controlling. Tries to chip it up. Now Andy Gottschall losing control. Pushed out for Chris Delp. Shot taken. Goal by Chris Kleingunther with the cross.
Jeff Kleingunther. Jeff Kleingunther looking like his older brother.
I was getting kind of confused there. Chris Delp with the assist on the cross. And the chip in.
Kleingunther with the big beat.
With Kleingunther with the follow-up.
I said I'd like to see him dance, and dance he did. Right there in front of the goal, picked up the ball and put it through. North Penn now with a 3-1 lead. Definitely in the driver's seat. As I said, it looks like it will be North in the fourth as we see a very approving smile from Jeff Kleingunther, our speedster.
McDonald giving chase.
Just a little cross. It looked like the Delp, first of all, Delp was trying to get a shot off, a sliding shot, and the ball just went right.
North Penn goal scored by number 10, Jeff Kleingunther.
Great play.
Assist, number 15, Chris Delp.
Now also has to be
Time of the goal, 5:27.
14 minutes left in the fourth. 3-1 the score. North Penn in the driver's seat. Now, that was what they needed. A little insurance there. Putting East in a hole that they will have to dig themselves out of pretty soon. As North Penn can just sit back and let their big D do the work for them.
Corona up the sideline.
Big D's got to do the job, though, and they get it done. That's what it's all about. Santiago says, I'll take that. Boots it right out of there.
Up this near sideline. Kleingunther, little speedster giving chase.
He's all over the place.
White throwing. Substitution, John Thomas coming in for Jared Hasselbarth.
John Thomas will come in.
North Penn substitution, number 18, John Thomas.
Running less than 13 minutes to go in regulation. Put up ahead, and there goes Santiago belting the ball out
there. Mike Krebs trying to control.
It's Brian Harvey.
That's Brian Harvey, excuse me.
John Thomas chasing out the ball. Gives it up to McDonald. He clears it off of.
McDonald goes off the back of Lapote. Let's see what we've got. I think we're going to have
The officials' timeout, it looked like. Or
12:40 left in the game.
well, it's going to be a indirect kick. Foul away from the ball.
called a handball. That ball might have struck the arm of Lapote.
Good play there by North Penn. I think the problem is East is not where they have to be. To make the big plays, you got to be able to connect. It's not a one-player deal. It's a whole team effort. And right now, the East offense is not back. They're not backing each other up. They only get up the field to a point, and then it falls apart. They got to be able to make the passes right now. Right now, they're not looking as cohesive as the Knights. The East is a obviously formidable opponent. They kept the game close, tied for most of it, but fourth quarter seems like third and fourth quarters. The East offense has been losing their glue, so to speak.
Long kick by Lapote. Try half volley by Harvey. Headed into the box, giving chase. Goalie out.
Can't bend it around. Good hustle there by North Penn, staying in the faces of the CB East D.
John Thomas almost getting the tally there as it glanced. All from North Penn player, they said. Goal kick coming out. Number 6, Ryan Lahr coming in for East.
Big boot there. Joe Ware for East. Harvey takes it. Kleingunther with the breakaway almost, but slips up. And as you see, many players are slipping tonight because of the wet conditions on the field. It did rain this past weekend.
John Thomas with a long throw in, headed down, booted out by East.
North Penn keeping the pressure on. Thomas will throw that back in for Kleingunther as he runs up around the side, trying to curve it around. He's got room as his East defender falls.
Left foot shot blocked by East. Thomas giving chase.
Good play there by Thomas, cutting off the East passing route. The East had all three members of their offense running up the field, but Thomas went right in there and cut it off. Good hustle there by him. Kleingunther tries for that, misses. There he goes. Back to Thomas. In for Lapote. Kleingunther, good hustle there. Keep the ball in bounds, but East brings it down. Scott McDonald brings it back. Good play there. Heads up play all around on the Knight squad.
After this third goal, it really hasn't been a letdown by the Knights. I mean, they're still pressing.
The Knights have been in control for most of this fourth quarter since that goal they had. The last sequence looked like the Knights were just passing the ball amongst themselves, toying with the beast from the East. It looks more like a mouse right now. 9:17 left, and it is North in the fourth.
Number 17 checking into the game. Daniel Naylor. East controlling, banged out by McDonald. Controlled by Kleingunther. Waiting for some help, got some open room. Gets it stolen. But McDonald
tries to put it over.
McDonald way out of position as he placed defender up in the forward spot. Headed in. Kleingunther just a step offside.
Dribbled the ball like a basketball there. Got to be a student of the game so you know when you mess up.
That's a good gesture for the high school to do, so that the young players they'll be actually coming into the program in the next couple of years can and sees.
Lapotin fighting for the ball. Adam Decker giving chase off his head. Harvey tries to one-time it.
It's interesting. Bill Blaze is one of the really good guys for one of the coaches.
Decker giving chase. Off the North Penn, CB East throwing.
Count the amount of headers that are done during the first half. You know, in the younger divisions and in the rec divisions, you don't see a lot of head balls. And it's amazing how many they count in the first half.
7:51 left. 3-1. Knights in control.
Nice substitution. Number 8, Jeremy Fleming.
Jeremy Fleming coming in for Brian Harvey. Harvey will trot off the field.
It's a dangerous weapon if you use it. Use your head. And there'll be a throw-in for CBs with 7:25.
East again.
He's trying desperately, gasping for some offense here. Got about 7:15 left to do so.
One defender back.
Long throw in.
Is they're going to try and rush that net.
No
Booted
good.
out.
Big D for North Penn gets the job done.
A little miscommunication there.
CB's player. No, it kicked in and it's headed. Oh, and it was a goal for short. And headed
Great hustle and heads up play there by North Penn as the ball was headed for that red net.
Anthony Santiago heading out of the air after the ball was chipped over Chris Johnson. Good heads up play.
But they allowed it to happen.
Ball crossed in.
Once again, North Penn gets it away from that goal.
Kleingunther
charging.
Chase.
Thomas there.
A little too far
Boots it
ahead.
up. Good hustle there, though.
But they will only whistle it if he is involved in the play. That ball went down the wing. Kleingunther was not involved. He saw the play. Had it appeared that
Kleingunther controls. Nice head ball.
Good
Try to
directional
give it
work.
for John Thomas. Missed him.
Play up, and they were calling for a handball. They're not getting it.
Santiago rushing over. Nice takeaway.
Brought him to his knees, but got the job done. That ball's rolling around out there on Valley Forge Road, I think.
Controlled by CB East on the side here. Chipped into the box.
Chipped into the middle.
Headed out by Inigacho. Scott McDonald holding Corona. Nice block there.
Good heavy D there, being applied by McDonald. Not letting Corona see any daylight.
5:15 left.
Throwing
3-1. Corner kick here for East.
North Penn may be getting a little lazy with 5 minutes left and a 2-goal cushion under them.
Puts it right on. They try to head it in. Can't get it. And it's taken out of harm's way there by North Penn. Put still in the defensive zone, but put well out toward midfield.
All the East players shifted towards where the ball was going. Everyone left the middle. That's where the head ball went, and you saw nothing but right north.
Corona controlling on the far side. Pressured. Scott McDonald still misses him. Hard cross. Kicked over the goal. 6-yard kick coming out for the Knights.
You
know who's up and waiting for that break.
Kleingunther, absolutely. He almost had one before, but now
4:20 left. 3-1 North Penn.
in regulation, the Knights with the 2-goal lead. It'll be Johnson who will put the ball
Johnson will
toward midfield off the goal kick.
goal kick.
Nice high line.
Checking in for CBE, number 19.
Downfield. Here goes Kleingunther.
Kleingunther with a breakaway. If he can get his feet on the ball.
He's well off to the side.
Brings it back.
Shot taken. Nice grab there by East.
Joe Ware there and goal for East.
Card here coming. Looks like number 7.
Yellow.
Douglas Lawver. Yellow card.
Bad news.
Second yellow card of the game, one on each side.
And Lawver will be replaced in the lineup.
That's Lawver, number 7. For East going out.
I feel that the
North Penn also making a substitution. Coming in is number 16, Kyle Musica, exiting the game.
Mike Krebs.
Great performance tonight from Mike Krebs.
3:41 left. Lapotin to take the free kick.
Now Lapotin will take the kick from about 45 yards out. I'll try to float it.
Chip shot in, and he got Shaw running onto the ball. Nice grab there.
Mid-air collision there between Ware and Godshaw. Big kick there, though. North Penn D doing their work on the far side.
All the way down the North Penn end off the fine kick by Ware. It'll be a throw in for East.
Sometimes when you see that team's best offensive threat coming at you, have the tendency
Throwing here for East.
not wearing that play. Just kept coming out, made a great play.
Ball in front of the net, kicked out of play, out of the way.
Control by East. Chip back into the box. Close. Booted out by Fleming. High in the air. Scott Mc... Oh, that's John Thomas here on the near side. Gave chase with the head ball.
Kicking it, heading it out of bounds was John Thomas, and the throw-in will go to CB East.
Trying for the long throw in here, trying to get another tally on the board. As we're 2:35 left in the fourth quarter.
He slipped and fell. He didn't let go of the ball, so now it's very slippery there, and he picks it up high, and the ball is wet too. It's a cool evening now. And,
Lapotin boots it back.
Here goes Kleingunther, but nice play to head the ball back in.
Dealt there, controlling. Thomas puts it in. Kleingunther waits to get on sides. He has a breakaway almost. Trying to run through the gauntlet.
Cuts
run
back.
around.
Shot. Goal! Scored by Jeff Kleingunther.
His second of the night.
Assisted by John Thomas. Nice chip over. Nice little cross there.
Great play there. Kleingunther got the good pass from Thomas. Thomas, excellent passer, put it right where it had to be. Kleingunther waited. Smart heads up play. He was not onside as the ball was coming to him. He lagged back, waited. What did not go too much. Waited to get onside. Danced. He is a star out there. He danced around the defenders, put the ball right where it had to be.
McDonald sitting down. Delp will sit down, and Santiago will sit down.
Kind of got their second goal of the night as North Penn widens the gap to 4-1. There's a minute 57 remaining.
John Thomas blowing down the sideline here. Gets it tapped out. Couple substitutions here. Number 9, Bob.
Coach Rittenhouse taking out his starters.
Riffert.
North Penn still in front of the goal.
Steve Schroeder, 14, came into the game. Billy Fry checks in, number 12. Coach Rake giving some of the younger players some time. Foul called on the East.
He is their go-to guy. Make no doubt about it. He scored the 2 goals and put this game away after Lapotin's goal and given him that 2-1 lead.
North Penn looks like they are going to come out of this one with a win. 4-1 the score. Many stars. North Penn, they played as a cohesive unit. They were playing together.
Just about 35 left. As North Penn's throwing here, they'll try and take as much time as they can off the clock.
I got a name. We'll talk about it out there. I got a name to give you that is my nomination. Might be Kleingunther. Why not?
20 left here. Another throw-in for the Knights.
As we watch the seconds kick off, I'd like to give out some awards to North Penn. First of all, I'd like to give Jared Hazelbarth the Hot Hair Award for having that soccer hair and also playing some great football tonight. As the bell sounds, I'd also like to recognize Scott McDonald in the Dirt Award, getting down and dirty, putting his body where it has to be in front of the East players. That was the final. North Penn pulls out the win, 4-1. Kleingunther the Monday Night Fever Award as he was dancing and smiling, that winning smile, just like John Travolta, scoring 2 goals. 2 goals. We also remember Chris Delp put one in, and he also had an assist. Delp, more great play from him.
And Eric Lapotin tallying up 1 goal.
Lapotin gets the Hot Foot Award.
Some game stats here. Goals, North Penn 4, CB East 1. Corner kicks, North Penn had 1, CB East had 6. 22 infractions for North Penn and 15 for CB East. 1 yellow card apiece. Ian Santiago with 1 and a CB East player with the other. 14 shots on goal for North Penn, CB East with 8. 6 saves for Johnson and 6 for Weir, and 2 offsides apiece.
All right. With this final score of 4-1, the Knights improved to 9-1-1. CB East Patriots dropped to 6-5. Great game, great night. It's been a beautiful evening out here in Crawford Stadium. Glad we got to be here. And is there anything you'd like to say before we hit the road?
I just had a good time.
All right, same here. For Brian Clementez, I'm Ash Laverty. If I can quote my good friend Joel Brown, it's been fun, but we got to run. Good night.